Ssewanyana, what is it with SMEs, MSMEs, and the project you are going to embark on the next 3 years with EPRC? What is it with SMEs? Why SMEs?
Thank you so much, Samuel, and thank you so much, viewers. The SMEs, I think members have already highlighted that they account for more than 90% of the enterprises that we have in Uganda. And they do contribute a lot in terms of employment creation. They contribute to growth as well as poverty reduction. And then within the SMEs, which was so obvious when the COVID came in, we saw a lot of people, especially women, who remained a bit unemployed and so on. So it presents an opportunity for us to be able to contribute to this. And when you look at our national statistical systems, we haven't paid a lot of emphasis on the SMEs in terms of data collection. I wish you could be able to give it the kind of attention that we give to the household surveys. It will be very good. So I think what I ask from the Ministry of Finance and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is for them to be able to really invest more in terms of collecting data. Yes, it's true that most of the interventions were really informed by evidence, but we tried to tease a little bit, and we found that most of the interventions that we talk about are not inclusive. Not everybody is going to benefit out of this, and you see at the end of the day, the money we talk about, which is under UDB and so on, it might benefit more of the large-scale farms. So I think as EPRC, we really want to chip in and do our mandate in terms of providing evidence that is going to guide the government processes. And as we do this project, we intend to look at the macro policy responses that government has put across, and we want to link those macro responses to what is happening at the low level, so that we try to understand what does macro linkages mean in terms of these SMEs. We also want to know whether the support that we are giving is really supporting or hindering the MSMEs. So we intend to visit the same enterprises for a period of 3 years, for us to be able to move along with them to see how they are really maneuvering during and then after the pandemic. We also know that most of the businesses in Uganda, they don't really last. The mortality rate is very high. So we want to see whether also COVID is going to contribute to a higher mortality rate for these MSMEs. Then the other thing that we want to really emphasize a lot in this project is the learning agenda. We've noted that most of the government interventions, they do not include that learning agenda. So we want to make sure that we can be able to document and share with the government what we have learned in the process and how best can we improve on the interventions that we put across. And during the process, we are going to be able to interact a lot with our stakeholders, especially those who are in the ecosystem of the MSMEs, to move along with them because they have to provide us with data. And we need to analyze the data that they've given us. So we are going to be able to come to you and talk to you. Don't get tired with us. And we've made it a point that even if COVID continues, this project is going to continue. We are going to find other ways of getting to the guys who are really in the SME.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ssewanyana. And in fact, one of the biggest reasons we are here tonight, apart from discussing how SMEs are stressed, is discussing what Dr. Ssewanyana has been highlighting there, the study that is coming on for the next 3 years, conducted by EPRC and the International Development Research Center on the impact of COVID-19 on business enterprise in Uganda. And the point there is to have evidence to inform policy measures and strategies to mitigate socioeconomic impacts of COVID-19 on this group, MSMEs. So they are going to come. Please, as you say, don't get tired of them. Thank you so much.